I need to make this hole bigger for this. The hole saw I have is just no good. I need to go get a new one. In the meantime, we can install these little lights, but I can't turn them on yet. Need to make sure I can lock it in there first before I get too far ahead. Maybe I should put it up higher. Yeah, that'll work right there. Of course. We got this all connected up. After this point, we are low voltage, so none of this wiring needs to be in conduit or anything. It's just 12 volt. And we got the lights on. They work. The next thing I'm gonna do probably is this vent that I'm gonna put right here. And that will allow the air from a vacuum collection system I'm gonna have in here to push air back into the garage from when it's pulling in from the garage, so it just kind of equals out. We'll get a final coat of paint on that, and I think that'll look great. We did the same thing over here on this side. We tooled it out. We'll give it a coat of paint, and that's what it's going to be. We got this cut in, and the vent is affixed to the other side. So once I get the sheathing on in here, I'll just router out that opening, and then this one will go here, basically like that. Bad news first, right? I made this window very hastily and I screwed up. You guys saw the first one where I didn't put the right kind of header in. I had to redo that and redo these side things. Well, I screwed up again and I didn't make this opening the right size. These benches are going to be the same height as that one over there, which is 36 inches. I set my laser line up for 36 inches and I cut this to 36 inches above the ground. Well, that's not right because I need this 1.5 inches here. I need another 3/4 inch for this OSB for the bench top. But that's not all. I need to accommodate this, so this needs to be set down another 4 inches. And in fact, I'm already seeing a mark I made here that I didn't follow. This was actually where I was supposed to cut to put that, which would have accommodated this, and apparently I didn't do that. That's okay. We're going to fix this. I'm not going to show you all of the repairs that I make to this. That's the bad news. The good news is I ended up splurging, not really splurging, but I ended up buying a dust collection system that we're going to install in there. We're going to get the air compressors in there, and I have that one old air compressor outside. I think I mentioned that I need to figure out if it works, and if it doesn't work, I'm just going to use it as an auxiliary tank. We got that fixed up, cut out, nailed back in. We're good to go. However, before I move on, I'm going to take this little table right here, which happens to be the correct height for the miter saw to sit in. If I calculated it right, that table should be just a 3/4 inch higher than this, so that if I put a piece of 3/4 inch wood in here, it should level out with that table. This is sort of what the setup is going to look like. I mean, obviously a real bench and everything, but this table is about the right height for where I want it here. So you can see where this laser line is here, and you can see that this is a little low, and this laser line represents where the bench top is going to be. But this is good that it's low. I wanted to put some leveling feet under here so that I could get this perfectly in line with the bench top. I'm not perfectly satisfied with this, to be honest, but let me explain. When I'm not using this, it'll get stowed, you know, sort of in this position here, so it won't stick out, and that's perfectly fine. But you can also see that if I'm cutting a 45, I'm not in the box, and that happens to be for both sides. So my thought is, do I cheat this to one side so that I can do 45-degree cuts primarily in one direction? But that's pretty much as far back as it's going to go. I mean, it goes back a little farther, but not by much. I mean, it does obviously stick past the wall, so I'm glad I cut the window. I just don't think I need it this high. So yeah, I'll probably modify this, close this window down a little bit. Maybe what I could do is make the bench so that I can take out a section and slide this over, like have it on like a little track, so that I can have it all the way over to this way, and then when I'm at a 45, this way, it's within the box. And then if I need to make cuts the other way, I can take out an insert on this side, slide the whole tray over this way, and then make 45s on this side. So maybe I'll try to do something like that where I can just slide this thing back and forth. 100% a bodge, but whatever. This is all going to get covered up. I wish I could have made it perfect from the very get-go, but you know, this is what happens when you don't have plans and you just wing it. It's worse from this side, but it's fine, you know, like I can't be too mad about it because I should have planned for it a little better, but here we are. Here's the box from the outside, or the inside of the shed. Ideally what I'd want is a 5-inch duct coming in at the bottom here and just directly into whatever system I have over here. It's gonna probably have to go up. I'm not really even sure if there's enough room in here for it now, based on what I'm looking at, but we'll see. So I'm just gonna leave this off because I don't know if I need to put it on this side or in the middle. I don't know if I want to slope it down or whatever, so I want the back to match whatever the bottom is doing. So until I have that in place, I'm not going to do any more here.